Yep. Y'all know what it is. It's Eagles Wear Boxing. We right here. Yep. That's that Eagle sound. Y'all know what it is. That is the Eagle sound, baby, baby. I don't know. I kind of feel. I feel a certain way. Kind of smooth today. Kind of. I feel smooth. Just like got to take a step back. Yeah. Yeah. Got a few little small things to talk about as far as things that I seen. It's almost like things that we knew deep down inside, you know, about this boxing, about a couple of boxers, or one boxer in particular. So, but yeah, we'll get to it. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna think too much about it because we already know. We already know you can't you're not fooling everybody. You fool some people, but you're not gonna fool everybody. No, you're not gonna fool everybody. That's it. You fool some people, but you're not gonna fool everybody with your little antics and stuff like that. And anybody can keep a bright smile in the media. Hi, smiling and all that. Come on, get out of here with that, man. Nobody's falling for that. We're not falling for it. We're not falling for the okie or the dokie. or the flips. We not none of the stuff. We ain't falling for none of the moves. We'll listen to you. Of course, we always listen, but that's I don't really want to get heavy into all the controversies, but let's look at it a certain way today. Because today is gonna be more open. I'm gonna talk, of course. I'm gonna talk, but I got to get some information from my people. You guys got to give me some information today because I want to find out what you're thinking. What you're thinking with what's the biggest or what are we thinking today as far as a lot of these controversial things that's happening in boxing? What are we thinking today? Right? That's the best thing to figure out is what are we thinking today? Are these things that these boxers are telling us that are boxers truthful? Are people in general, are they people really truthful? I mean, you can ask people for opinions, and what they'll do is they'll give you a good opinion about something. I think I believe that more than anything. You know what I mean? I think that's more than anything. I think that we have to assess. We just have to assess. We have to assess. I don't know, but we're gonna find out today because I want to know from you guys what the heck is going on when it comes to a lot of these fighters. And we could probably let's talk about, we're going to talk about 147 today. Because I know certain people want to fight with ego. They just want to fight because 147 is argumentatively probably the one of the most controversial weight classes. That's what it is. For the weight class, very, very controversial. And then talk a little bit about the Wilder, like the face-off again. You know, they all these face-offs. I don't know. Do they mean something? Do face-offs mean something? And yeah, I didn't get a chance to go into my people. I got a couple of people here I need to still go see. I need to go in there and give my thumbs up because that's what I always do. I gotta give my thumbs up on these chats. But I'll get that done. I've been having other issues. Been having issues with money. Always some kind of money issues. It's like not money's like I'm worried about money, but money like why am I don't see something around here. I look around I'm like, wait a minute. I should have something here with me because I spent a lot of money. I'm like, well, where does money get spent? And a lot of times when you lose money like that, that's what you're gonna look at it like, hey, wait, where'd this money go? Yeah. Where'd this money go? Did I bought what? I don't know. I get used to seeing, I get used to seeing stuff. You know what I mean? When you spend money, you want to see, what that money paid for. You don't want to not see something. That's crazy. When you just don't see anything. Yeah. We got this whole thing with Triller. A lot of people are thinking, that they're more or less garbage fights, or the whole program is garbage. I don't know. I want to hear somebody tell me what's the most out of this whole year. What's been the most lit card? I'm thinking it was the super welterweight card. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But I'll let you guys decide which one it is. Yeah, salute to Def Ray. They don't know how to call people back. There's no $1 million phone calls. Yeah, right, ever. Yeah. Super Def. Pens are the most useless device ever created. They never work when you want them to work, and they overwork when you need them to work the most. They overwork. In other words, they put out way too much ink. But these are my pens. They got my name on them and everything, so I don't know. The N-I-I-N. Native Indian Indigenous Nation. Yeah, that's my nation. That is my nation that the government wants me to go through so much stuff to be recognized. It would take millions of dollars. No, I don't want you to call right now. I'm doing this. I'm streaming now. Yeah, don't need the phone call now. It's all good. Yeah, but they want me to pay. It probably costs millions of dollars to get recognized because the government is always about money. So since it's always about money, that's what they want. Whew. I like to look at weird stuff on YouTube sometimes. just I don't know. I guess I just get confused a lot of times. It's just it's just strange shit that happens like all the time. There's just always something strange. Just weird stuff all the time. Yeah. But let's go. Let's get to it. Yeah. Let's get it done. Crazy, 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 crazy. Boxing. So it's not just boxing, but we got to clear this whole thing up. I don't know. So what you guys think? What was the best card as far as the cards? Are you guys calling these cards garbage? What was the best card so far this year? What was the best card? I'm not talking not the best fight, but what was the best card? We haven't had very many, so y'all should remember that, right? Even if you don't remember the fighters, which one was it? Was it the super middleweights? The card with the super middleweights? You know which one I'm talking about. I don't have to. Super middleweights is only so many people is gonna fight super middleweight. The super middleweights card, middleweight card, welterweight. Have we even had a welterweight card that was like great so far, like outstanding? A welterweight card. Have we had a lightweight card that was just crazy, crazy? Have we had a heavyweight card that was crazy? Have we had any card? And when I say that, I mean the majority of the fighters are of the same weight, of that weight class. Have we had very many of them? Or just a card in general? Have we had that many? I just don't think we had. We just haven't had too many. Yeah. We just haven't had like a whole lot. Yeah. One thing I need to see still though is I need to see Canelo versus Lara again for some reason. I don't know. Y'all can get mad at me. No, I don't need to see that. I need to see it. I need to see Canelo versus Wilder. I need to see Canelo versus Usyk. I'm gonna just get ridiculous and stuff because people get crazy and shit all the time. Salute to my brother out there. I see him, Derek Beatty. No, the Super Death Rain is not up in here. He's not gonna answer you. He's trolling, man. Super Death Ray just came in here just to say salute back, man, and I can call. That's it. He out. He said like man fight. Yeah, yeah, fight. Derek Bay said back in the 80s. No, man. He said salute to Eagles. No. I don't think he's in here. He just can't. He's trolling, man. He's Super Death Ray, I think, is trolling today. D to the Bailey out there. So what's the best card you've seen like for this whole year? Oh, there he's, yeah. He heard me say he was trolling, so he came back just to do that. So what's the best fight card for this whole year? Where you can say, oh, that's a good fight card. I like the whole card. Damn near all the fights was good. And I hopefully nobody's gonna say the fight card with Ocho Cinco in there. He said salute to the Anger Bird in the box. Who's the Anger Bird? There's an Anger Bird in the box? A bird? An Anger Bird. What's the Anger Bird? What's an Anger Bird? A dragon? That's about the only Anger Bird I know is a dragon. Oh yeah, that's when we had all the good fights. I'm talking about this year though. Then I'm just hoping that nobody said. See, this is what I think somebody's gonna end up saying, and it's not necessarily the card. The card with Nate Robinson on there, the one that went Nate. Or was it the Jake Paul card? Was that the one with Ocho Cinco and them on there? Was that the best card for the year, or was it the one with the super middleweights? The ones with Jamel. I think was it the card with Jamel? Was that this year or was that last year? The one with Jamel Charlo. I know one of the Charlos was on there for sure on the best fight card. Okay, but y'all can't really think of the best fight card. I can't either. I think it was the middleweight card when he was on there. Let me see. So I go back. So I look for it. We had all pretty good scraps. It wasn't even that long ago. We had pretty good. We had some pretty good fights. Damn, Derek Bay said the whole card, none. Yeah, well, majority. I'm trying to get y'all to say the majority. Oh, that was this year, so that was the card. Yeah, that's the card when Mel was fighting this year. That was good. The same card, I think, Stenonis was on there. And I'm quite sure there was a couple of robberies on that card too. Like I said, I still want Tug to get his fight. Man, I'm not trying to erase American fighters, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't Kanaki, isn't he American now? He converted to America, right? Is it right? Kanaki is American now, right? That's American fighters. So I'm going to stick with my American fighters, you know. Y'all can hate if you want to. Go ahead and hate. But Kanaki is American, right? I know y'all going with Helena's, but isn't Kanaki, isn't he American now? Isn't he naturalized? Am I making a mistake, or is he naturalized? Is he a naturalized U.S. citizen? Man, I'm going with the U.S. citizens. You know what I mean? I don't care. People gonna get mad. Oh, you pick it. Yeah. Usyk whooped Joshua's ass. Now, Hearns is in the news. Hearns in the news. Now he's feeling a certain way now. Now AJ feels a certain way. He's feeling a certain way now. Now his little feelings is hurt after the loss. Well, your feelings should have been hurt before the loss. You should have been hurting. And listen, hear me out first though, because I know you want the conclusion right away, but no. He should have been hurt by them lining him up with Usyk. And he was supposed to, see now I'm going to go hard on him now a little bit. He was supposed to dispatch of Usyk. Like, what are you doing up here in the heavyweight division? Get your little ass out of my division. But Usyk is surprising everybody. He's bulking up, which I still don't believe in the bulking up thing. I don't think that you can come from 160 something or whatever you was in the Olympics all the way up to 200 and something like that fast. It wasn't like you was Muhammad Ali that was already tall and everything, had the structure for it. But Muhammad Ali, when he fought, say, listen, I think he was at either 196 or 199. And that was 3 years after fighting in the Olympics at 160 something. Damn near 170, because he had to cut weight. So his walk around weight was like 180s or something. So it took him 3 years to put on. And Ali, when you see Ali in shape, Ali was cut. Ali was ripped. And you could tell there was no weightlifting muscles. These guys here, they're not looking ripped like Ali. They're coming in and there's some kind of something going on. Right? But that's what should have happened. He should have been disturbed that they put somebody in there with him like that. He should have been disturbed like Wilder was disturbed. And remember how Wilder got disturbed with Brazil. Talking too much and you're doing too much, so I'm just dispatch you in one round. Now, why didn't that happen? Then I kept asking everybody, how could Usyk win? And then y'all fell for it and like, judges and all that, but it didn't pan out to be the way that we thought, huh? About the judges, right? Because even I was thinking that, it's going to be hard to get a judge's decision, but a one-sided ass whooping gave him the decision. But what should have happened is Joshua was supposed to just let him know, hey, you're not even supposed to be up here. You're not even supposed to be up here in the heavy. What are you doing up here in the heavyweight division? And I know another thing, that Tim Witherspoon, I guess he got into it. With Tim Witherspoon, Deontay Wilder and Tim Witherspoon, I guess had some kind of strange exchange. I didn't read the story yet or listen to the story, but that's just something that's out there. So I just giving y'all information that you might want to take a look at. I don't like a lot of controversial shit all the time. You know what I mean? Just forget it. But let me go back because Super Ray in here trying to clown, talking about trying to call me the Angry Bird. What is it called? It's called Angry Birds. And I like the little red one. If you want to ask me about Angry Birds, I like that little one. I like the little red one because I like the way when you shoot him off, I like his sound. He go, ah! You know. Some of them got that don't sound as good. When you shoot the bluebirds, trying to knock over stuff to kill the pigs. Yeah. Yeah, I play Angry Birds. I just play everything up to the free. I play free. It's one level. I could never get past this one level though. I had to keep using the eagle or whatever. Had to use that eagle. Couldn't use it. I think it's kind of a setup, man. I use every angle I can to knock those birds down. To knock stuff down. But anyway, yeah. Kanaki came to the US when he was 7. Yeah, Kanaki. How y'all going against him? How y'all picking Helena's? That's D-Lo though. But y'all can pick who you want to. Yeah, Wilder folded Brazil up. Folded his ass up he folded them up like this. There you go. He folded Brazil up like a cartoon. Let's take a look at it. That'd be sick. Do we have that? Let's just look back. This is my look back stream, and I don't want to be too serious. I don't even want to really. Yeah. I really don't want to, yeah, those little blue, if you're talking about, I ain't the blue ones. I don't like those little blue ones. Yeah, I like the red one. The red bird, I like the red bird. The red bird does a lot of damage. That's the wrong, hey, excuse that right there. But the red bird, he does a lot of damage and stuff. Okay, we can look at it a different way. Yeah, but the bluebirds, there's a bunch of them. I can't be them because we're talking about individual. Those are like 4 birds. And those are like butterflies. Those are the cotton birds. They don't do nothing. Everything takes them out. Yeah, everything takes them out. Let me see. But it's on my, I can pull it up. I got it a couple of times. Let's look at the Wilder smash. And just see, let's just see. What That's a pretty sad look right there. That's kind of over animated, but that's showing what it is. Salute the Sir Flame out there. Yep, we see you. The Angry Bird, yep. Nah, I'm the red bird, man. If I'm gonna be any Angry Bird, I'm that red bird. Those are my colors, red and black, so I gotta be the red bird, red or black. I forgot the black ones I think you gotta shoot them straight up in the air. I think they explode like bombs. I haven't played Angry Birds in so long. I just love that game though. Angry Birds. I like stupid shit. I don't like dumb shit. I like stupid stuff when it comes to like playing games or amusing yourself. But stuff like with ex-champions, I didn't even know what the story is. Did you guys know the story at all? The argument that Tim Witherspoon got into with Deontay Wilder. I'm starting to read through a lot of this stuff, and it's very disturbing when I look at movies, and then when they, a lot of times in movie scenes, when they make sure that you can hear what they're saying, they're probably telling the truth about their own life outside of the movies. Because I was watching that Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I was listening to them when they when they went into a part of the movie where you had to listen to what they were saying. They were actually telling their real life story. It had shit to do with the movie. Because it was unnecessary to make the movie. See, the thing about, I know about, actually I was working on a movie. It probably, I'm not going to tell you the name, but I'll tell you the second part of it was called Orange. I'm not going to tell you the first part of it, just in case it resurfaces somehow. I lost a lot of my writings. I was telling somebody I lost about a whole book's worth of poetry, because I write poetry. So I had some native poetry that I written. That was a long time ago. And I had one of the most expensive computers too. I always try to get the best computers and stuff like that, but it didn't help. And that was way back in the day. Like way back in the day is like 1900s. No, way back in the day is like early 2000s. I know it don't seem like that far away, huh? Yeah, in the 2000s, let's say like 2003, somewhere around there. 4, 5, somewhere around there. Whatever. But something happened to the computer where it got corrupt, and it just wouldn't, I couldn't retrieve my information. So instead of having everything printed out, I used to print a lot of stuff, but I didn't print a lot of my poems, and then I didn't print my script that I was working on. And they always tell you that when you learn how to do scripts, or you learn how to do any kind of story, like if you're doing a storytelling, like people can talk all around the whole story, then it's not really a story. It's like a biography or something like that. If it's not to the point, then you don't need it. So the reason I brought it up, because I was watching this movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and they had points in the movie that I said, this don't even belong in the movie. You don't need this. So that's what you got to pay attention to. If you want to know the truth about something, pay attention to stuff that doesn't have to be in a movie. And not just, when I say that doesn't have to be in the movie, that the movie wouldn't have been any different if they left that out. Now, the only thing I can say about this one dialogue that they had, if they left it out of the movie, you wouldn't have known that both of them were fake. But then again, they could have just said, "You're not who I think. You're not who you. I'm not who you think I am." They could have done it a different way, but the way they did it, you could tell that a lot of the stuff they was telling the truth. I'm not gonna tell you what they was telling the truth about, but because I don't want to start a whole fight. Oh no, people fight. They get mad about their stars. Oh no, dude, don't say it ain't so, Eagle. Say it ain't so. Apologize. People get mad. What time is it? Oh, we got like 6 minutes. Then we got to read the Sir Flame rules out. That's right, Sir Flame. I saluted you, but yeah, I like to read your. I'm trying to do your rules different when you come in, because I had to do the rules Friday. I'm gonna keep hitting you with that. Tell him D to the baby. Say Eagle had to do the rules itself, man. That's right. Hey, y'all get me used to seeing stuff, and so I'm used to seeing Sir Flame bring in the dressing room rules, the rules of the ring and dressing room up here in Eagle's Way of Boxing, and so then I have to say it as he brings it in. But we still got a few minutes. But Sir Flame says salute at Derek Bailey, and then Sir Flame right back again, salute at Super Def Ray, and then Derek Bailey salute at Sir Flame, and then Sir Flame. No, I haven't heard about that one. Super Def Ray put the 1800 in there, and then Super Def Ray salute at Sir Flame. So nobody heard this. What about you, D to the Bailey or Super Def? Y'all hear anything about Tim Witherspoon getting into it with Deontay Wilder? I know y'all don't be searching news like I do. I'm not really into news like that. I get fortunate, y'all. I'm just telling you, I just get fortunate because I turn the computer on and I don't even sit there and scroll. I do all my scrolling when I'm in here talking to y'all. When I want to see something else. You know, when I want to see something else, besides boxing or something, or I just seen something, then I start scrolling in here. I'm saying, okay, I'm looking for something in here. But when I first get on, a lot of times it's just things are just right there waiting on me, just like waving at me. Now, here I am right here. I'm like, really? That's you? Yeah. The information is just sit right there. I'm like, cool. I said, Wilder had a problem. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going to watch the Wilder fight at. I would like to watch it with somebody, because I don't know if I really want to go to the sports bar and watch it. But I probably will go to the sports bar just so I can, because there'll be other people there, and I'll be able to talk a lot of ish. A lot of times when you get with certain people, you can't talk as much ish. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean as much because they really don't know that much about boxing. They don't care. All they care, especially if it's girls, girls care about is the food stuff. That's all they care about, is making some good food. That's some good potato salad. That's some good this. That's all they care about. And I don't care about the food as much. I care about the dessert. A lot of people worry about the potato salad. People worry about the bean salad. People worry about a lot of little small cornbread. Certain bread. People worry about those dishes. No, I worry about the dessert. Did you make a great sweet potato pie? In which I don't eat that kind of stuff, but every once in a while I like to have it. Why not? Because you eat chips and all kinds of other stuff every once in a while, so why not? I want to know who made the pie. Is the pie going to be good? Did I make the pie? Then I don't have to worry about it if I made the pie. Because I know that shit's good. I'm going to have to stop eating it. Yeah. See, just like I turn this on and see, I look at it and as I'm talking, I'm not losing my thought, but it says Shaq is the proud owner of a huge food chain. I mean, what don't these people own? You know what I mean? All these people own Magic Johnson. All of them, they own everything. They own everything we do. Why? And why aren't we getting anything back from them? They just raking in the money, and we just look at them. Oh wow, look at his new mansion, look at his new yacht. I know, but it's just all distraction shit. But how come somebody else couldn't get their hands in on something like that? Why is always some kind of sports figure? Y'all ever figure that out? There's always somebody that's real famous, like a sports figure, that's not even that old, that owns everything. How? Why? And how? Or and is that really important? The stuff that they own. I never hear of any of them owning stuff like a diamond mine, a ruby mine, big stuff like that. I never hear of them owning something like they taking over, and I hear them being shareholders, like of other sports teams and stuff like that. But I never hear them say that. Oh yeah, Shaq just bought Boeing out. Why you never hear stuff like that? Lockheed Martin. Oh, he just bought out. Yeah, he just bought out this shipbuilding company. How come you never hear that? Because see, they're talking about ridiculous money, but when you buy out a shipping company, that's insane money. Oh yeah, so that's what I want to do. I want to be a person who builds cruise ships. Or not, I don't even have to build them. I want to be the one that sells them. Since I'm a salesman, I love to sell. I want to be able to sell cruise ships. Uh-oh, we're right at time. Let me read it. But anyway, right back here with, let me see, make sure somebody, oh yeah, D-Lo 404K is up in here, man. Y'all stop talking bad about the brother before he gets on the show, man. Salute to D-Lo 404. No, I ain't gonna have y'all talking shit about him no more. But anyway, yeah. Sir Flame says, salute to Eagles Web. He said, salute to the chat. He said, and as always, he said, jab that like button, baby. All y'all neck. He said, don't get neck in Eagles Web box. He got that fire up good with that 100 with the glove. And, of course, always those things. If you don't know what that's about, Come in Eagle's Web and act up a little bit. But always you can come in Eagle's Web. I don't even ask for y'all for your support. I ask you for your thumbs up before you even get into the chat. But if you want to support or whatever, that's fine. Eagle ain't been supported in forever, but I don't care. You support, but support me by just coming in and participating in the chat. You know what I mean? This is more of a kickback type of chat. And my people in here, they're a little bit on the, they on the selfish side. So I'm just letting you know how it is right now. They appreciate you very much when you come in to visit. They appreciate you, but they can unappreciate your ass just as quickly. But they do appreciate you. So there's no fear. Drop down in the web and put a comment in. Say a couple of things that pertain to what we're talking about. And we're good. Maybe D-Lo know what it's about. D-Lo, what is this whole thing? Wilder and Tim Witherspoon. Did you check out the story yet? I haven't even checked it out. It just was in my feed. I've seen it. What's the first page? Because I use this stupid. I still cannot figure out the name of this damn thing. It just won't stick in my mind. Somebody can tell me the name of it over and over again. I'll still mess it up. Like, what the hell is the name of this thing? It's not Edge, right? Is that what it's called now? It's called Edge. That's probably why I don't know the name of it. So it used to be Explorer now. Now they got Microsoft Edge. And so when I come on, I put on Microsoft Edge and I always see they put top stories up there. And so that's where I get a lot of the news from. Top stories, and they had Wilder, Witherspoon, some kind of awkward business that they had. But anyway, Sir Flame, okay, I read all those. Okay, and then Sir Flame said he haven't heard of it. And then Derek said, no, he haven't heard about it. No, okay, so Eagle's up on stuff. Yeah, Sir Flame, yeah. Yeah, Derek Bay haven't heard. Okay, Super Death Ray said I have seen the memes. Yeah, Super Death Ray said I got you. Okay, D-Lo 404 is in here. He said salute to all. And then he's got the thumbs up with the 100. Derek Bay salute at D-Lo 404. Sir Flames is crying. Super Death Ray say financial age. Yeah, financial age. Yeah, that's what it is. Financial age. Yeah. But see, we always think, they always stop our thinking at the athlete, at the athletic level or politician level. That's where our thinking stops. So if this was actually truthful, think about it. Me and Derek Bailey, we should invest and try to become owners of the first space rocket, space exploration company. I mean, that actually have one that actually flies up that high. If there was such a technology. And we know you get up high enough, it gets so cold up there. You already know when you're in the airplane. Nobody's in the airplane like burning up. You might not, sometimes you panic like, shit, are we getting air? You be messing with the air up there like, oh, I can feel something coming out of there. I've never been on a plane where the oxygen mask fell down. But anyway, back to me and Derek Bailey. So if there was such thing as some type of space exploration, that's what we want to be the president of or the owner of. I don't want to be the owner of something that's down here or something small, something that, some kind of a McDonald's. You own 5 of them or 6 of them. Who cares? What? You cash them out and buy something bigger. And then cash them out. I want to own like banks, something like that. Federal Reserve banks. I want to own all the world banks. That's what I want to own. Now, they going to make that possible for somebody? Derek Bay said, nope. Derek Bay said, that's too much control. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, but that's why they always limit our thinking. Oh, the stars got this. You always look at stars, athletes, maybe presidents, a few people, but you don't never look at that big picture. Because a lot of people don't see that that there's big things that you can do. But you start small. I've been working with this couple, man, and they've been showing me, this like little certain ways how they built they build wealth like over a couple of times. You know what I mean? And so that kind of plants a seed to let you know, okay, you start here with a couple of things, and then you go here, you go here. It's like chess. It really is like chess. Until you just get bigger. Till you get bigger and bigger, right? Yeah. Derek Bates, that's too much control. He said they would prevent them from buying something like that. They'd be on that. Hey, they'd be on that whole other language when they, Derek. If you bought something like that, they'd be on a whole different language. They're talking about stuttering, talking backwards. That's never been done before. Yeah. That whole conversation. That's never been done before, Shaq. I don't know if you can purchase this. So you talking about having the whole money that countries don't even have, something like that. Yeah, Dilo said nothing at all. Tim was just asking silly ass questions, but maybe they sounded intellectual in his head. I don't know. Okay, so that's all you heard about it. So in other words, guys, Dilo said it wasn't really much to it. Yeah. Sir Flame said, yeah, I heard Shaq talking about how he become part owner of Papa John's. Yeah, but he owns all kinds of shit. He owns all. But listen, what level are you putting at most of these athletes that own stuff that's either a part of another team, like another sports team, or some kind of fast food franchise, some kind of shit that's gonna kill you. Never hear of them like creating. They got all this money. They know that their people in particular, the brown skinned people, sorry, I gotta go there, are suffering from eating certain shit. How come you can't just come up with a healthy fast food or alternate? You know what I mean? That you and a group of other players just start building your own franchises everywhere. People will go there because you're going to be there. All y'all can do is switch back location. Like Shaq, you go to somebody's location, go to somebody else's location, and just, Shaq's going to be here. You're going to sell out every time that you go to the restaurant. You're going to sell out whatever you was making for that day, but make it more healthier. Whatever. I'm not going to, yeah. But Dilo 404 back there again. He said Tim was asking questions from the crowd as media. He said basically it was centered around him asking something like why Wilder didn't seek help from a manager in picking a new trainer. I don't know. Wilder's help that Wilder needs. There's certain people that can help you if you're going to listen. I want to do that Friday. We'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit. I'll give some more keys, Derek. I'm not trying to get Wilder beat up, but yeah. But Wilder, you're going to have to do that little. You're going to have to fight your height. Don't fight smaller, but fight your height. Like I said, one thing you want to do is get those earmuffs up. You want to keep these. You want to get these up. You want to get these up, and you want to manage Tyson Fury. No matter what he does, you want to manage his ass. You want to be the bully. Make his ass pay. Anytime he try to lunge forward or do something, they say you got wild shots. You should be able to hit him when he's going past you. That's one little key. We'll do some on Friday. But that's a key. Make his ass pay. Be the big brother to the little brother. The little brother never whoops the big brother, because the big brother don't never teach you everything he know. Just in case you try to get, you done talk to a couple of your friends and you think you know something. Because he grew up, he know your weaknesses, because he, almost like a parent, he watched you grow up. So your big brother is always going to whoop your ass. As simple as that. And for the most part. Little brother can come back, but most times, just stay in your position. You are the one that gets your ass whooped. And yes, you just got a brother he's older brother, he does nothing but books. He's not interested in that type of stuff. But then again, you got to be careful when you fight somebody who ain't never had a fight, because they don't know what stop means. That's just a little advice for you. Dilo 404 back again. He said instead of picking Malik, as a head trainer. He said, like I said, it would be a bunch of nothing, right? Well, if he's saying that, because this is what I've heard this on. I heard people say, well, when Malik Scott he lost to Fury, all he's showing is just showing Wilder how to lose. Just because you lose to somebody don't mean that you could never come back and beat him. You lost to him. Did you just get blown out in one round? There's nothing to see when you get blown out in one round. There's nothing to see. So there's no, like Brazil, there's no really helping Brazil out. What you going to show Brazil? You only got footage of Wilder fighting him for one round. Now, my advice, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it after this fight. I'm not going to do it. I was going to do it, Derek, but I ain't going to do it. Because I know the key to stopping Wilder early in any fight. Believe me, I have the key to stopping Wilder early in any fight. And the reason I know how to stop Wilder in any fight, I know the key, is because he's shown it, and he's vulnerable, and he hasn't learned that he's vulnerable to it. But I'm not going to share that because I ain't trying to get him. I want Wilder to actually win this one. And usually I don't really give a shit. If you lose, I'm going to talk bad about you. If you win, I'm going to talk bad about you. And I'm going to talk good about you. So, if you lose, I'm only going to talk bad. If you win, I'm going to talk bad and good. Tyson Fury, if you lose, I'm going to talk bad about you. If you win, I'm going to talk bad about you. So, you lose no matter what. Tyson Fury, you lose anyway. You and Canelo, I'm always going to talk bad about both of y'all. I'm never going to be like other people because that's just me. I'm always going to talk bad about you because you on that tainted meat and shit, and I'm not falling for it. A lot of these people are from the country, and they believe anything that anybody tells them, and I'm not from the country, and I don't believe all the bullshit that you try to tell me. I'm not going for it. You can tell some people that, oh, yeah, he's bad meat. I had bad meat before. Yeah, you get dumbass people to say stuff like that. Yeah, say a bunch of nothing. Oh, Sir Flame said, he said, oh, I did hear that he sounded dumb as hell. I said he couldn't get his quote. Well, he's trying to get his words out, and his words just got stuck. Yeah. So this chat here is more or less today. This was for you guys to go ahead and let's just try to clear up one division. So I'm just gonna ask this question and I'm gonna sit back. And oh yeah, and Def Ray offer phone. Yeah, salute to you. Appreciate you. He said more drums. He likes my drums, and when he likes my the music that I play before I come on. Yeah, so make sure I shout him out. So we'll just stick 147. So at 147, what do you guys need to see at 147? What has to happen at 147 to get 147 hot again? Do we have enough stuff happening right now, or do we need more action? 147 is supposed to be an action weight class because it's in between the lighter weights and the heavier weights, right? It's not really middleweight because you actually exclude heavyweight. You kind of exclude heavyweight because heavyweight is a whole different thing all on its own. Heavyweight, that is the division. No matter what kind of divisions you have, heavyweight that's always been the prestige is heavyweight. But 147 is supposed to be lit. So I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna just wait for y'all to tell me. I'll read it out. Don't worry. That's why I want you guys to write it down. So I'm giving you guys time. So what needs to happen at 147? And do we just? Is it fine? That's the lazy way out. Oh yeah, it's fine right now, Eagle. But what has to happen at 147? Is there enough stuff happening at 147? Because 147, what we got going right now? We got the fight coming up, and everybody's picking Bud. Bud is gonna knock Porter out in one round and all this. So okay, we just have to see that. Bud is gonna suffer the hardest headbutt that he's ever suffered for it before in a fight. And this is the fight where Sean is actually gonna get cautioned for his head. He's finally gonna get checked for his head. They're gonna have to caution him because he's gonna ram the shit out of Porter. I mean, Porter's gonna ram the shit out of Bud. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time. But I don't want to hear that everything's groovy, everything's great. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear y'all saying, "Oh, everything's good at 147 right now." Yeah, we getting all the action. Yeah, that's one thing that need to happen. Cut the bullshit with the networks and promoters. Fight blocking, yeah. All these, yeah. And I know you don't want to be specific about certain people, but we know who it is. I'll just do this. I won't say nothing. I'll just do this. Y'all already know. Once y'all see this, y'all know. You know, only time I use this pointer, y'all already know why I use this pointer. Y'all already know. Tell them what direction that is, Derek. Hey, D to the Bay. Tell them. Hey, let them know in case they don't know what direction that is. What's in that? If I'm at the desk, if I'm at my desk, what direction is that? But D-Lo's, he's right. That's a good. That's good. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to say anything about the fighters. But this is what this show was for mostly. Is I want to see where we need to go. 147. D-Lo put it out there. All the bullshit because we're not. Think about it. What fight do we have right now? We got Porter Bud. Okay. And then after that, crickets. So he makes a valid point, but at the same time, we got other fighters that need to be having their ass out there fighting. Does Danny still fight? I'm going to say this about Errol Spence, though. A lot of people don't like Errol Spence. Maybe he's not a fighter no more. Maybe because of the eye injury. But when Errol Spence was fighting, I tell you what, he put some punishment. And maybe people just didn't see the amount of punishment that he put on these fighters. But Earl put so much punishment on these fighters that they not the same, man. I'm telling you. Danny Garcia, regardless of what you think, he's a tough fighter, but he ain't making too much noise. I'm going up to 154. He ain't saying too much. Anytime your father's screaming at you, you can throw them hands, man. I can't. My body's sore. Or whatever. Shit, Earl at 50%. If Earl's beating these fighters at 50%, I don't know. That's just a hard fighter to pick against. I'm telling y'all, it's just hard to pick against Earl. It is, because if he's beating y'all up, he ain't never really like 100% and he's beating y'all's ass. Y'all on the top tier and y'all still losing. I don't care if you're losing by a point. You still losing. And you ain't rushing back into a fight. No, I got to get that run back. I think I won. Y'all not trying to rush back and fight him. You're not thinking I won and you want to run it back like that. So, and this isn't me. I'm just talking and waiting for somebody else like Derek to the Bailey to step up and say something. Here we go again. D-Lo 404 again. Yeah. D-Lo 404 says fans need to cut the BS too. He said, quit worrying about purses and stop playing manager promoter. Yeah. Yeah, see, D-Lo, he understand what I'm saying. He said that Danny and Keith are semi-retired, in my opinion. Yeah, y'all not, at 147, man, should be lit. Y'all got enough fighters in 147. Think about it, man. Who's really beat up at 147? Yeah, Mikey's a troll and YouTuber and just a talk specialist now. Huh? Earl done beat these boys up to the point where they can't make decisions. Remember, Mikey was making all kinds of decisions. when he thought he could beat the brothers. Remember, he beat Adrian and beat Easter. Oh yeah, I can beat all the brothers, man. Can't nobody touch me. Nah, you got touched up, and now you know what boxing ain't no joke no more. Oh yeah, that's a real one there. Oh my goodness. All good points that D'Lo's making though. All the good points. Stop promoting this. Hey, we can't make y'all fight. Yeah. Because Danny, if you want to fight, get your ass out there and fight. I don't understand why you ain't fighting. I don't understand why Mikey ain't. You and Mikey haven't fought or something. Y'all gonna mess around and Boots is gonna sneak up there, which he already doing. Boots is gonna be top 5 or top 3 quick. Within another year, he'll be up there because there's no movement at 147. There's always some kind of purse. Man, please. The last, what I heard about a purse bid, and that was the fights I was telling you guys about. I don't know exactly which fighter it was. One of those European champs, because they're supposed to have an all German card over there too. But I was reading, and they were saying that there was supposed to be a purse bid. They said, but before they even had a purse bid, they already came to an agreement. Now, how come most fights don't come out like that? Why we got to go into this whole purse bid and all this? I mean, how come they can't settle it before we even get to a purse bid? No, I'm 50. I mean, I'm 70. No, you're 30 and I'm 70. I'm 60. You're 40. I'm blah, 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 blah. Shut up and sign some paperwork and get your ass out there and fight. Whoop the man at 30 and then come back and get 90. If I whoop your ass, I get 90 when I come back. Yeah. D'Lo404 said, for the record, he said, I got Bud beating Earl, and I have for years, but I have my doubts about us getting that fight. I don't know. At least Bud's fighting. That's all I can say. At least Bud is fighting. Danny Garcia and them, I don't know what to think, but at least he's fighting. A lot of people got Bud over Earl. I don't see Bud over Earl. I can see Bud over Earl. I can see Earl over Bud. I can see both of them. I don't really have a true pick in that fight. I don't really pick. Every once in a while I mess around with y'all and I pick. But I just don't know what kind of exchange Bud can go through. Bud is a dog, and I know that. I don't know what kind of exchange he can go through. He's going to have to go through some exchanges in there. Not like he's been in lighter weights, but he's going to have to go through some exchanges up in that fight. Yeah, he's going to have to go through some exchanges. And I don't know. He showed a little weakness. Bud had been down before. I ain't never seen Earl go down. But he's going to have to take some punishment. That's all I'm saying. He's going to have to show, because you think Earl ain't going to step it up even more? I needed to see Bud. I need to see Bud against this Porter. I don't even know if Porter's the same, but I need to see Bud against Porter. I needed to see Bud against Keith, Danny. Not all of them, but at least one or two of them, just to solidify. Come on. Everybody gives Bud passes on, just because he's a champ at WBO champ. I don't even respect WBO, first of all. If he is WB anything else, if he's WBA, I would put respect on it. But I don't like the WB Oops belt because I still call that the Tommy Morrison belt. For me, it just seems like you should fight somebody big. But now he's fighting Porter. Porter should be enough, but Porter will not be enough for everybody. I would have rather seen him fight Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia. This can actually be a damaging fight. He might run through Porter, but this could be a damaging fight for him. I'm just saying, because you can't never trust that little ram head Porter. You can't trust him, man. Yeah. D'Lo right back again. He said Mikey won't fight Danny Swift Garcia. he has no interest. Danny is in no man's land. He isn't good enough to hang with the the upper crust at 147. Can't make 140 in two gun shy for 154. Yeah, he get up to 154 and be scared to death, scared to throw punches. But these guys walk around at 180, D-Lo. They walk around 180, 185. Get your ass in there and fight. Stop melting yourself down to 147. Try 154. I'm quite sure that Danny can fight at 154 and find somebody to fight. He could fight somebody up there that might not piece him up. But then again, he might go up there and get pieced the hell up and get sent back down. That's the problem. And see, that's what I wanted to say. At 147, we should have a lot more action. But D'Lo is actually exposing D'Lo is he's breaking down exactly the problem. We're not getting the fights because of a promoter problem. The fans keep getting your ass out of the business. Fighters themselves. Mikey just a troll right now. Keith being semi-retired, and it's just that's why we're not getting nothing. Danny semi-retired. What y'all doing? But you're going to see Danny at everybody else's fights. You're going to see Mikey at everybody else's fights. You might not see Keith, but you're going to see those two for sure. Though both of those Garcias, you're going to see them at fights. Sean Porter, they probably be doing fights. And some of the other guys just interested in fights, you see them at every fight, but they still fight, like Ugas. You'll probably see Ugas at some of the fights, but he's fighting. But there's no fighters that's actually fighting if you're not in a fight. We don't know what I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. When that bell ring, I say, oh, he's fighting. He's a fighter today. He's a fighter. We still got a few days. And I'm still not counting this Wilder fight as being 100 yet. I don't count nothing. I wait until that bell. The weigh-in. Shit. 12 hours after the weigh-in, because it's hard to sneak out of a fight after that many hours. You could weigh in and go to the hospital. Oh, my stomach. Yeah. Yeah, D'Lo said I would break it down precisely if they ever make the fight. Yeah, you break it down precisely. There you go, brother. We'll both do breakdowns. You do your breakdown, I do my Eagles breakdown. At this point, I respect the WBO, IBO more than WBA, WBC. Now that I'm not mad at that statement. I am not mad at D'Lo's statement when he says that, because I can see it. WBC for sure, garbage. WBA shouldn't have kept your name as NBA. You shouldn't have changed the WBA. Should have just stayed at NBA. That way we'd have had two NBAs. But I can understand why he's saying that. I just never liked the WBO. It just felt wrong. It just felt wrong for boxing for me. The IBF felt a little bit better, but even IBF was kind of strange, but I understood. We don't really need any of these organizations. We need one new one that they're all associated with. They could be associates to the belt, to the real belt. But the WCB, the World Championship belt, or the World Championship belt goes to the World Champion of Boxing. In my estimation, that's the way it should be done. WBO, IBO, all those can be associated with the belt. They can even... those belts are big enough. You can put they're like the plaque on there. They're big. You can decorate all over that belt. You can put in affiliation with all these different organizations. You can put all that shit on there, but just make it a WBC belt. He's the champion of the world. With that big C on that belt, champion. I'm the world champion. No other. Then we don't have fights no more. We don't worry about the WBO, WBC, IBF, WBA. We don't have to worry about that no more. If you just have a world champion belt, then you don't have to worry about that shit no more. Who's the world champion? Oh no, because you always got to worry. Oh, he got the WBO, got the W. No, don't worry about that. We just do world champion. Just scrap all that shit. As soon as you have a unified champ in any division, then you scrap all that other shit. No, or you scrap it in the first place. Just call it a merge. All the organizations are going to merge, and we're going to have a world champ. We're going to have a world champ. Super Def Ray, where you at? And don't go calling me. But where you at? Should be out here with Derek Bailey. I appreciate my brother D-Lo. I appreciate you too, Derek Bailey, but you ain't tell me nothing about this welterweight, man. We can't even clean that one up. Okay, so I more or less it is clear because of what D-Lo put down there. Okay, let's go to the next division. I want to see where you guys' minds at, because I'm gonna tell you my opinion about this too, though. Okay, so 154. What has to happen at 154 in order to get 154 popping again? Because I'm going to actually say, I'm going to go out, I don't know if I'm going out on a limb, but I'm going to actually say that 154 is the most talented division in boxing. Sorry. I had to say that. 154. I know people looking at these lighter weights, but 154 has the most talented boxers. It's probably the most dangerous division if you're coming from a lower weight to go up to. It's probably one of the most dangerous divisions that you can walk your ass into, because you're just coming out of a hole and you up. Oh man, 154. Oh, okay. Looking around, all surprised. Oh, that's who's up here. Okay, all right. That's probably not a good division just to walk your ass up. I'm calling you. That's probably not a good division to just step up and just come to as 154. But there's things that need to happen in 154. Specifically, Bananas, you need to get with somebody who can get your body good, man. You got to be able to take those body shots, man. You can't, and your body's not soft. That's what I don't get. There's something else wrong with him, because his body don't look soft. It's not soft, but is it really the softness of your body that makes you able to take body shots or not? Yeah, it is. It's your inside. You got to toughen yourself. I know you hate to take them body shots. That's one of the worst things you got to take during sparring. That's the hardest shit to shake off, because you ain't really shaking it off. You're living with it until it decides to go away. All that bruising and, and your internal organs get shook up. And I don't like to talk about it. I always talk about it. And you get the blood splatter. So you go to the bathroom, you got like a little red in your blood. So all the little blood splatter. I know it hurts, internal bruising and shit like that, but you just have to. That medicine ball does help. The medicine ball helps, and just, I would say, probably do that more than anything. Because medicine ball used to put people down. If you never had a medicine ball to the stomach can make your ass lay down. Oh, you know what I mean? He just can't take. I don't know. To me, I like him. No, I like the guy. Yep. Yeah, they definitely need to get busy again at my brother D-Lo. Yeah, they need to get busy again. 154, you guys got to get busy. We need to, you know what? At 154, there's so many great matchups, regardless of what a person has. Like, if they, like, for instance, Bananas has a certain disability right now. But even if he gets over that, or even if he don't, there's good matchups for him. J-Rock, I guess J-Rock, J Rock is getting back in there. So there's good matchups for J Rock. There's good matchups. There's even good matchups for Hurd. Banana and Hurd might be end up being a good fight. I don't know. That might be a good fight. Because Hurd, you're something else right now. That's a good matchup. And you remember we got Harrison still. Of course, Charlo, but there's just so many people, man. Laura, right? Laura's still there. God dang. Is Laura fighting two divisions or just one? Is he fighting 147 and 154? I don't even know. And y'all better watch out for Laura's ass. Oh, he's trying to sneak in. Laura trying to sneak in and get some action at 140. Y'all better watch. You 147 pounders better watch out. And you 154 pounders better watch out. 140, nah, ain't nothing to watch out for. Not really. You guys are Taylor is the manager at Taylor's the manager at 140 right now. So Taylor is managing his weight class. More or less, Tank Davis is managing his weight class. We got certain weight classes where certain fighters are managing their weight class. There you go, and that's the second thing. That's what I was gonna say. D'Lo right on it. D'Lo must have knew what I was thinking. D'Lo said, "Yeah." He said, "Call the rematch between the two champions. Again, get your ass back out there and get it done." And which Charlie you should have got the knockout. Don't listen to your corner. Let your combinations go. Derek James was setting the shit up to where he was letting you know when you should be able to get the knockout. Told you exactly what to do. Then they're bullshitting. You got combinations off on him. You got to keep getting combinations off on him. A fighter like that got that kind of determination, he's gonna come back even more determined. You got to make him not determined by putting so much on him. You got to put so much on him where you got to swell his head up so big that he can't even see. All that confidence will leave then. But that's a perfect example. That's exactly what I was going to talk about too. I said I give you guys your side because I want to hear your side. And then I was going to give you my side. But D'Lo hit the points on my side. Those were my points for sure. I ain't capping. Those were my points. Especially the second one. That was my point right there. Get your ass in there and fight. That's what it is too. That's another good point. D'Lo says someone need to try to retire Laura and see how it goes. That's it. You know what? Now listen to this, D'Lo. Everybody listen to this. But you know how, like, everybody, like, people were always talking about how they was going to retire Manny. Okay, we finally got Manny retired. Ugas was the one that got to retire Manny. Okay, so everybody's talking about, I'm going to put him in retirement. Keith Thurman talked about that shit. I'm going to put him in retirement. But that's the kind of action we need to see. So, Keith, you failed to retire one person in the form of Manny Pacquiao. So we need to see you in there fighting Laura. So see if you can get Laura retired. That's a good call out right there, D'Lo. One of y'all call out Laura and get Laura's ass at 154 or 147. Call out Laura and retire Laura. Laura looks good though. D'Lo, Laura look good. They are not retired Laura, believe me. They are gonna be in trouble. Yeah, D'Lo said Banana needs to take some Imodium AD before the fight. Something, man. He got that regurgitation problem bad. He just gets surprised. He don't keep his body right when, I don't know, man, dude. I don't know. I've felt that shit before. It's not a good feeling. It makes you feel like you are going to throw up. And you feel bad for a long time. You get hit in the head, you just hurts for a little bit, but you get hit in the body right, you just, it's just a horrible feeling, man. Yep. But he right about that, though. Yes. Yeah, look at D'Lo. He said it's 160 that Laura picked up a baby WBA belt in his last fight, but he is supposedly back at 154. Yeah, but I see that is somebody I can respect though, because he's picking up belts at 160, I'm fighting at 154. I'm fighting at 147. But there's no controversy with him fighting at these different weight classes. Why? Why is everybody looking at Canelo suspectly? Like, because Laura's older, right? Laura should be able to gain more weight. Or you retain more weight when you get older, right? Until you get a certain point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The little, with your little T-Rex arms. Yeah, you're gonna feel some real power, son. When I go in there and fight, you're gonna feel some real power, stamina, and power, much faster than you are. The footwork. You're gonna see what I do. You're gonna see it. You can see. You see. You can see. Did he see, Keith? Did Manny see? Manny saw you. Manny saw you, all right. Manny saw you, and he said, Dilo said, Manny semi-retired. Keith's ass. Yeah, he got semi-retired. Get your ass out of here, Keith. Like 100% out the way. But that's one of the most poignant points. Is one of the most key points that somebody could have made in a boxing chat to me. Maybe not to everybody, but to me, that's one of the most brilliant things that will actually set a stage for a good fight. Will be to take Laura to the stage and retire his ass fight. From 147 to 160, because he'll fight any one of you. He will fight you at 147. He will fight you at 154, and he will fight you at 160. But we need him gone. Everybody, you'll hear nothing but crickets. You ain't gonna hear nothing but crickets. That's all you gonna hear is crickets. Now, no matter how tough the fighters is, all you gonna hear is crickets because he fighting at 160. If it's somebody at 160, he fighting at 147. It's always gonna be an excuse. There's gonna be an excuses. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah. We need a light heavyweight to drop a class? No, not really. It's actually hard when you're at light heavyweight. It's hard to drop down, man. You could. Oh yeah, he could drop down to super. Not super. It's super middleweight. That's not as bad. 168. That's not as bad. But to drop down to middleweight, that's hard. Because usually guys that's fighting at light heavyweight, those are usually guys that walk around at that weight. They're not dropping a whole lot of weight because they would just fight at cruiserweight. Usually when guys get that big and strong, they're usually walking around close to their weight. They're not like a light heavyweight is not coming down like these guys are coming down from 180 to fight at 147. That's 33 pounds. So if you add 33 pounds to a light heavyweight, you're talking about 208. Usually you're not coming down from 208 to light heavyweight. Because you might as well just fight cruiserweight. You know what I mean? You might as well just fight cruiserweight. Or 40 pounds to get to 146, 175 wide. Shit, you're already up in heavyweight. Why not get the heavyweight money? This doesn't make sense. Maybe somebody does that, but yeah. Yeah, maybe they do that. Let me see what else I had. I wanted to go over more than 147, but 147, 154. But we'll do the other ones another time or something like that. But yeah, we need to talk about these weight classes, what need to happen, because some of them are real easy. Watch this. I'll ask a question. D'Lo will probably answer because he has time right now. Watch. So D'Lo, at 130, what needs to happen at 130? See. That's all I need. If I ask D'Lo something like that, it's kind of testing D'Lo a little bit, but this is so the 130 is too simple. That's why I went to 147. 147 is like you got these fighters who have been beat into trolldom. Oh, I'm a troll now. That's Mikey's new job as troll. I'm a troll. Yeah, I used to box, but now I just troll. We see. Yeah, We see that's what you do. Trolling ass. That's all you do. Hmm. I'm interested. Out of all these fights, I know the Wilder fight is going to be a good one. The Kanaki fight, that's probably, I hope that's good. Kanaki, his best fight, I guess, was against Chris Arreola, right? Williams, we got a lot of interesting fights. This ain't the greatest card, but this is a good card, though. Ajagba Sanchez, that's interesting. Kanaki Helenas, that's, I mean, that's gonna be, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Williams Hernandez, that's gonna be interesting to see what Williams got. And Coceres and Berlanga, Argentine versus America, that's just lit in itself. And then we got Cuba versus Puerto Rico. Anderson, Turskin. God, so it's not a bad card. It's not a bad card. I'm not gonna say it's a bad card. It's not actually a pretty decent card. Pretty decent card we got coming up, y'all. Yeah. Okay, D'Lo must be he got busy. Cause usually when I call on D'Lo, I'll give him a little bit. I give him a little bit of time because I don't want to blurt the answers out because then it looks silly because I done blurted out the answer and then he just pushed enter. And then now he has the same thing I just said. He just put up, man, wait, waste all my time. You said what I was going to say already. So I'm trying to keep that from happening. Yeah, but a lot of good, interesting fights on this card. Interesting fights. If we can get these fighters to fight, would be good, though. There you go. I told you it wouldn't take much for D'Lo to answer the question. D'Lo said they need to make all the champs fight and suspend Valdez. There you go. And that's straight from the heart on that answer. That's his real opinion. That on Valdez, just get your ass out of here. And then getting beat up on top of that. How you get beat up? How you get beat up and how you cheat, get beat up? That don't even make no sense. How you cheating and getting beat up? Oh, I cheated. You cheating and getting beat up, and then you really don't want no smoke. That was something else, man. All these fighters. Even with the AJ, the one ref. It does, like Yasser said, hey, that was the English ref. The English ref's like 115. Oh, I got 115, 113. What do you guys got? Can you imagine in a huddle and you got 115, 113, but you know you're way off, and the rest of them is like 118 and whatever, 118, 112, and you're like 118, 112, you're like 115, 113. They're looking at you like, what fight would you think? Was you daydreaming? You was just guessing, just putting numbers down? They're like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to try to cool back today on, like, I wanted to talk about other stuff, besides just the boxing, but it's always good to get a feel of where the boxing scene really is, where we're at in boxing. Are we still having the same problems with the fans? Are we still having the same problems with the fighters, the promoters, the managers? Is it the venue? It's probably never the venue, because who really sells out fights? I mean, if we was blessed to have somebody like a carbon copy of Muhammad Ali, if we were blessed to have that, then you would be talking about Rose Bowls and shit like that. The fighters selling out seats, 100 and something thousand people going to see them fight. That would be unheard of, though. I mean, these fighters would be so quiet if we had somebody like that. Somebody who could articulate, could speak, talk about the problems that his people in the world is having and stuff like that, people would just have to shut up. Other fighters would just shut up. You wouldn't even be hearing nothing about uh, the money team and about billions. You wouldn't even hear none of that shit. They'd be quiet as hell. Ooh, just gonna be quiet over here. So even though he had that mouth, man, a mouth like that right now would humble a lot of other people, would shut a lot of other people's mouth, especially the ones that can't even, you know, they're having problems speaking anyway. If you have problems speaking anyway, maybe you need to lower that voice box a little bit. Yeah, but the 130, yes, shut up and fight. D'Lo said, get your ass out there and fight. We could say that with other classes too, though. We could say that except for 140. Like I said, Taylor is the manager at 140. I don't know. Is Tank managing? It looks like Tank is actually managing one. I mean, that'd be a good fight, though. Maybe he should fight him. But Tank is really 130, 135, though. Even if he can move up to welterweight. They'll still have problems with him at welterweight. He's strong as hell. You're going to have to use height. You're going to have to use your height wisely against him. You can't let him catch you. Because he's trying to tear something off your face when he catch you. But 130, 135, yeah. Tank is more or less, he's the manager. That's why they don't want to fight. Because they checking to see who the manager is. Who's the manager at 135? Oh, Tank. Oh, I'm good. Stop it. Stop worrying about Tank being the manager at 135, 130. Get your ass in there and fight. You become manager. That's what you've been telling your family at home. Oh, I want to be manager. Well, get your ass out there and become manager. Yeah. Oh, you just not responding, Sir Flame? You so slow. Sir Flame said, laughing out loud, he said, semi-retired Keith. He said he was halfway in when Manny fought him. Yeah. He's semi-retired. Yeah, he going to come in. Yeah. But no, his mouthpiece, as Sir Flame, his mouthpiece was 1,000% in. You remember when he was spitting? The little Jurassic Park arms, little T-Rex arms, and I hit harder, and you gonna see the quickness, son. Yeah, I'm teasing you, man. I ain't worried about no little midgets. I don't care what your skill set is. I don't worry about midgets. I don't worry about fight anybody really. I don't worry about if you big or a midget. If you big, I ain't worried about you. If you're a midget, I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Strapped up with her. That's why I ain't worried about nothing. Because I keep her with me at all times. I make sure she get her oil. You might call her a ratchet, but I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Yeah, old semi-retired. Oh, Keith, get your ass out there and forget your ass out in the ring. Hey, Derek Bailey, we need to bring back the real seconds, right? At D-Lo, too. And Sir Flame, we need to bring back the Super Dev. We need to bring back the real seconds. The seconds we used to have. That's what we need to bring back. Yeah, but we got these fights coming up, man. I wasn't talking about... I'm tired of talking about these little fighters. Shit. Got me yawning. Lack of oxygen. I wasn't breathing hard enough. Okay, breathe. Get rid of that. Yeah, but we could talk about fighters all day long, but I mean, we have to talk about them, but it's like, come on. Y'all get your ass out there and fight. Give us something to talk about. We're tired of, we don't want you, Mikey, do you think we want you to be a troll? Michael, you're a pretty good fighter. You're a decent fighter. You're like a B+ fighter. You're like a B+. I give you like a B+. I'm going to put you in between B and B+, not B-. Not B-. I'm going to put you at B+ fighter. And we need to watch you at B+ fighter. Danny Garcia, you're probably a B fighter. Like in B- to B fighter at best. Keith Thurman, probably a B fighter. Bud Crawford, probably, I'm going to say a B plus fighter. I'm giving him like a B plus. Not an A fighter. He's not, definitely not A. A lot of people think he's an A-lister. He's not an A-lister. He's getting through this competition that he has right now, but he's not an A-lister. And to be an A-lister, I got to compare you with past A-listers at 147. Not. And I can't see, no matter how good y'all think Bud is, I think Tommy Hearns would have dispatched of him. I think he would have had even a whole lot of problems, even with Roberto Duran. He would have had a whole lot of problems, like even trying to hit Duran. Sugar Ray Leonard, he would have had a whole lot of problems with. Even Wilfred Benitez, he would have had a lot of problems with. I can't put him at A. So I'm kind of hard. Y'all get mad at me. You kind of hard on these fighters. Nah, I just don't have a whole lot of A-listers. There's not a whole lot of A fighters out there. Because an A fighter just gets it done he just gets it done a certain way. And plus, another thing to get a scorecard for me is you have to be fighting too. You can't be going like a year and a half. You can't go too long without fighting. If you got your ass in there if you get your ass out there and fight, and you got your ass out there every 3-4 months, then to me you're a fighter. Yeah, you're a throwback fighter. Tank Davis is trying to fight now. Adrian Broner was just doing this about, get me some fights to keep me out of trouble, but you ain't really fighting. Should have stayed your ass at 140. Could have made a lot of money because you was exciting. You could have stayed at 140. You would have made a lot of money. That effed up your billions. And they got clips of you in court and all that. I ain't in your business like that, but I'm just saying. It's just not a good look, man. Regardless of what the look was, it's not a good look. If they show you anywhere going to courts and all that shit, that's just not a good look, brother. When Ali had to go to court, it was for a reason. Right? But y'all in and out of court for no reason. Y'all out in and out of court for all kinds of stupid shit. Dumb shit. You want to be called you the GOAT, you the best, because you got a flawless record. No, you ain't got no flawless record. You went to jail over some dumb shit. That killed it. That kills it right there. Because y'all dropped the ball. I'm talking about fighters. You guys have dropped the ball when it comes to the prestige of being a heavyweight champion. You dropped it because you think you're just fighters. You're just an athlete. No. When they say world, that means they want somebody to look at you. If they called you, let's pick a small town. I'm picking on this town because I like this town in Canada. It's cold, but I like it. It's a tourist attraction. It's called Banff. So Banff, Canada. So if you're in Banff, you're Banff, Canada, and you're the Banff champion of the world in boxing. How many people is gonna give a shit? How many eyes are gonna be on you? There's hardly any eyes gonna be on you. But anytime you say world, people look at it. The NBA, the teams are in the United States, most of them, right? 99.9% of the teams are in right here in the United States. One in Canada, right? But you're world champions. If people look at you, it's because it's world. You're the world champion. Baseball, World Series. People tune into it. Even with soccer, people tune into it. It's a bigger stage for soccer. But the whole idea is when you say world and everybody's looking at it. When you just name a county or something like that, ain't nobody really care. I'm a champion here. And you live in a place called Timmy. You from Timmy, Idaho. Nobody cares about you being a champ in Timmy, Idaho. Nobody cares about that. Yes, we know you're going to be big. Anyway, man, let's get out of here. we'll cover some more of the divisions or something like that. But let's cover the Wilder thing. Um, I didn't want to give. Y'all know how to contact me if y'all want to know how to beat Wilder. Just easier than what people think it is, but I just don't want to tell. I don't want to tell in here. Oh, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all. Y'all mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Wednesday, man. Eagles way of boxing. Nothing but blessings, folks. Yep, Eagle out there with the extra. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.